Hey y'all, welcome to the Honesty Circle, the safe space to discuss growing in adulthood, mental health, faith, and all the things in between. It's your host, Sierra Elise, and I hope you're taking care of not only your mental and spiritual, but your emotional and physical health so you can be your best self this week. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode. It's your girl, Sierra Elise. How are you guys doing? I'm actually doing really well. I know last week we talked about some heavier things that's going on in my life right now, but this week I'm doing great. And so we're prepping for summer, y'all. Summer's coming up. It is beginning of May, first Monday of May. And we need to start thinking about the summer and the vibes for this summer, y'all. So this episode, we're just going to be talking about how I plan to just live the best summer ever, y'all. Like, we are not going to be young and hot and fine forever. You'll still be fine forever, but you won't be this young and fine. You feel me? So I just want to talk about how ways in which you can just live a great summer. And I know, especially from speaking as someone who works a 9 to 5, like you no longer get the same summer that you did when you were like in school any longer. Especially because a lot of my friends are in school, so like their summers look different, and some people are having internships and all of this. So, and I'm just like doing the same exact thing that I was doing the entire year. So I'm trying to figure out, how can I make this fun? How can I make it enjoyable? So that way I'm not just going to work and going home and being bored every single day. Like, we have to change it up. We have to switch it up, right? So honestly, my plan is to say yes more. So that's my first thing. Say yes more. And that's saying yes to a lot more things. So saying yes to hanging out, saying yes to opportunities, saying yes to dates if you're dating, saying yes to, like, I'm not saying like put your life at danger, but I do think that there is a lot of opportunity in your yeses. And I think the summer's a great time to explore those yeses. If someone asks you to do something that you've never done before, say yes. What's the worst that could happen? Now, I'm not saying, like I said, don't risk your life, but there are probably some things that you can add to your life that you probably never knew you enjoyed. Like, this is similar to the other episode that I talked about with my friend Jazz, because we talked about hobbies and things like that. And so this summer, like, let's add some things to your repertoire. So let's first start by saying yes to more things, okay? The next thing is going to be making sure you're finding ways to enjoy yourself. And so that means you're doing something that is not just with other people. You are doing something that is pouring into and fulfilling you. Okay. So for me, this summer, I plan to do more reading. I've not been a reader for a long period of my life, but I'm trying to get into reading more. And I'm finding it also enjoyable. So in the month of April, I fasted from TV. And if you know me, you know I'm good to throw on the TV. As soon as I get home, I walk Zeke, turn on the TV, and I could be doing 1,000 other things, but that TV is going to be on. And so I wanted to spend my time in a more productive way. So I started reading. And honestly, this is the fastest I've ever read a book, was from Monday to Thursday. I read an entire book, like over 300 pages. And it was so good. And so I decided that I want to spend way more intentional time this summer reading. It's because it's something that's been giving me a lot of joy. So that's one thing that I'm doing for myself, right? Another thing I'm doing for myself that doesn't require anybody else is I want to start painting. I talked about that in that episode too, where I just want to, channel my internal like artist. And so I'm just going to get a canvas, look on Pinterest for some inspo, and see what I want to paint and do the best painting job that I can. And so there's certain things that I want to just incorporate that really just build me up, right? So while we're saying yes to everything, we also make sure that we're doing the things to build ourselves up. And it could be new things. It could be things that you've done before. It could be things that you've never done before. But it's just things that you are focusing on, you and yourself. Okay. Another thing is, I plan to spend way more intentional time with my friends and making that a priority. And that means a lot of my friends. So that doesn't mean just the ones who are in conveniently here. I want to try to hang out with friends that are in different cities and things along those lines as well. And now I'm gonna do some traveling, but I do have a dog, so I have to keep that in consideration. But I definitely want to, like, if I have to go, drive an hour, drive it 2 hours, like I want to like plan a date where I'm like, okay, me and this friend are doing XYZ. Me and that friend are doing XYZ, because I think that that's something that I definitely been slacking on. I feel like hanging out with friends that are not in the 30-minute radius of where I live. Sometimes I don't reach out to them or hang out with them the way that I think that I should or that I actually want to. And so I want to be more intentional in that this summer. So that's another thing. Another one is in the midst of like things for yourself and hang out with other people. I want you to do things with other people. Okay. We're doing things with other people. And by people, it doesn't always have to be your friends. So one thing I'm doing is I joined a kickball league. Yeah, an adult kickball league. I did it. Yeah. We have games every Monday. And we have games every Monday for like a month or so, I think, in the summertime. So I'm super excited about that. I've never done anything like that before. I've played kickball as a kid, but like never seriously. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Really this summer is while I know, like, y'all know I'm going through a breakup. So while it's a chance of healing, I also want to see the beauty and enjoy life and joy and happiness. Like, that's what summer's about. Like, and I think sometimes as an adult, we can lose sight of that, especially if you are someone that is still working 9 to 5. I know I work at a university, so mine's a little different. But some people who just work the same 9 to 5, like maybe in a corporate setting or anything along those lines, where it's like your day-to-day is not changing. Find ways to find that excitement again, because summer is so fun. It's warm outside. The pool is open. Like, go to the beach. Like, there's so many things that you can do to live the best summer that you can, right? And I think it's really about your perspective. It's about how you choose to spend your time. It's about doing all the things that you say that you actually want to do, right? Like, if you've been saying that you want to spend more time doing XYZ, like, let's this summer be a time where we're going to be intentional in doing the things that we said we wanted to do, pouring into ourselves, hang out with our friends, and just do, like, when I say that this summer is going to be a great summer, I know it for 1,000% fact. And yeah, one other thing that will make sure you're traveling. And I'm not saying, I know that everyone has the money to go on out of the country and do, fly everywhere. But what if there's a place that is probably an hour or two drive that is somewhere that you've never been before that you can explore, right? And so a big part of that is I think the power of exploring and finding new places is that it makes you aware of different things in your surroundings that where you live, typically you overlook. So maybe a local coffee shop that you don't really think about, a little boutique that you pass often, that you don't really think about anymore. But when you're in a new city, you're looking at those things, you're looking at the excitement of all those things. And so I find that when I travel, and when I see that excitement when I'm traveling, I typically bring that back to my hometown as well. And so explore your hometown, explore the things, like, you think that you know everything about the area that you live in. I promise you do not. And so try new restaurants, find new places to shop, find new areas that you haven't explored. Like, that is what this summer is about. Spending time in nature, having fun, and being our best selves. Like, this is what the podcast is about. We're being our best selves. And what does that look like for you this summer? I don't know. I don't know what that looks like for you. But trust me that this girl right here, Sierra Elise, she is going to be in nature. I want to do like more time in nature. I'm going to be going to the pool. I'm going to be in this kickball league. I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be hanging out with my friends, and I'm going to be saying yes to as much as I can. But honestly, the real part of having a good summer is that the prep starts now. I saw a video from a girl on TikTok, and my friend Alexa showed me. And it was like, this month of May before the start of the summer truly is the prep. It's the warm up for the summer. So right now, It's getting hot. Today, where I live, it was like 80 degrees. Okay. It was hot. Hotter than it has been. It's not hot, but hotter than it has been. Right. So a big part of that is, okay, she said you should say like an 80-20 rule. So say yes to 80% of the things that people ask you to do. 80%. And then keep that still 20% that you don't. So that way this summer, you have the stamina built up to just go and live it up and live it up and live it up. Like, I think sometimes I get in this place where it's like I need to be thinking about my future life and, kids and family and all those things. And I forget that I am 25 with no kids besides Zeke. I'm so sorry, Zeke. No, you didn't hear that. But with no human kids, and I should be enjoying my life. I refuse to sit back and let life live me. I want to be actively doing my life. And I think that and I've been reflecting if that's something that I haven't done before. And I think that I did it, but it wasn't on my own account. And so now I want to do it on my own account. I want to be doing it because it pops in my own head, not because it's always just someone else saying like, oh, we should do this, we should do that. Like, I want it to be coming from me where I'm the one inviting people to do all the random things that pop up. And so, yeah, like I just realized like I'm 25. I am 25, y'all. I'm 25. And baby, the next few years, I'm gonna be on the other side of 25. Like right now, I'm in that I'm no longer in my early 20s. I'm in that mid 20s. And soon I'm gonna be in the late 20s. I'm gonna be 30. And I'm not saying 30 is a bad age, but I'm saying that like, I don't want to look back at my life and think like, dang, like I didn't live it the way that I wanted to live. I don't want to live with any regrets of like, dang, I wish I would have done this as a youth. I wish I was doing this in my 20s and wish I'd done that in my 20s. And I feel like a lot of people in their 30s, that's something that I often hear where it's like, yes, save your money for your future life. And yes, invest your money. And, yes, like put things in place for your future. But at the same time, don't forget where you are right now and being where your feet are. And I think that right now I'm being so much more aware of where my feet are, and my feet gonna be having a great time outside this summer. And when I say outside, like I don't even mean like partying in the club all the time. I literally just mean that I want to make sure that I'm not just gonna sit on this couch and watch TV and look back and like, oh dang, I wish I was no. And also, if you have to do things by yourself, do it by yourself. Like, I'm not also going to let someone not be able to do something with me stop me from doing the things that I want to do. We can't do that any longer, y'all. I know sometimes you feel embarrassed of going places by yourself, but we got to break that. We got to break that this summer. And I'm breaking it this summer. And so I want you to break that this summer, because that's how we're going to live our best. You can't live your best living always with someone else. You can't. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, because they're going to rely on people always being around you when, like, that's not all that you need to have fun. You can have fun by yourself. And there's times, yes, where you want to be with someone else and hang out with another human. But don't forget that you can be your best company as well, and that life is what you make it. What's that Hannah Montana song? Yeah, life's what you make it, so let's make it right. That's the vibe this summer, okay? That's my theme song for the summer. Life's what you make it, so let's make it right. That is the line of the summer for me. And so I'm going to make it right. And I hope that you're making it right, because if you're listening to this, that means you probably want to have a great summer too. And so how are you going to have a great summer? Let's comment that. Comment if you're listening to this on YouTube, and when you see this on Insta, if you are listening to this, go to Instagram. When you see the post up, comment what you want for your summer. Like, what are you going to do to make your summer the best? What are you going to do? It's truly up to you. And so you set the expectation and then you live it out. So I'm not just saying that I'm going to be doing these things. I know for 100% fact that this is what I'm going to do. I joined a kickball league, so I can't back out. And my friends are not going to let me not hang out with them. So have some more accountability, but live it up, y'all. Live it up. Live it up. We are young. Life will life. And sometimes you get a life back. Does that make sense? Like, you can't just sit back and let life do you all the time. Like sometimes, and life has hands. I hear you. Listen, you're talking this. I know life has hands, but what I'm not gonna do is just let life beat me up. I'm coming for next, and I mean life's neck, and I'm gonna be living my life. And I hope you're doing the same. Really, I hope you're doing the same, because that is the energy that I'm having, and I hope that you have that energy too. And I'm gonna make my friends all have that same energy, because baby, we in this together. We as an Honesty Circle community, we're in this together. Okay, it's not just me, it's you, it's us, it's us, it's us. So that's it. C's 2 cents for this week is to make a list of things you want to do this summer. Make a bucket list of things you want to do this summer, and do what you have to do to complete them by the end of the summer. Do everything in your power that you can do. Everything. Make them realistic. Make some unrealistic. But make a list of everything you want to get complete this summer, and start doing it. Start doing it. So that's how we're going to prep for our summer. Y'all can take my advice or not. That is just my 2 cents. Thanks so much, y'all, for listening to this week's episode. If you like anything that you heard, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. On any platform that you're listening to this to or watching this on. Like I said, we're on the road to 300 subscribers on YouTube. We're getting closer and closer every single day. And make sure you're sharing with your friends. Please share this. Like, don't leave this goodness to yourself. We want to be in a community. We want to build this community together. And it takes you. I can't do it by myself. It takes you too. So, anyways, thanks so much for y'all for listening to this week's episode. Oh, Instagram at the Honesty Circle with the underscore at the end. And that's it. Bye, y'all. Have a good one and go conquer your week.